Okay. Okay, I'm live. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Ooh, okay. Boy, do I have a lot to talk about. I'm at the library, Vince. I'm at the library, Vince. Right now. But boy, am I fired up. I have no idea where to begin. I don't know. Let's start with how about the 10 releases? The 10 released NXT talent or whoever was. I can't remember who all was released. Well, I know the main ones. I mean, Malcolm Bivens. But that situation makes sense because if he didn't want to sign a new contract, he didn't want to extend his contract. I understand completely him wanting to leave, them wanting to just release him. If he didn't even want to stay, that makes sense to me. Dakota Kai, I don't know. Well, Vince, I understand Malcolm Bivens because he wanted to leave anyways, so it made sense. Dakota Kai did not make sense, but I'm sure it will at some point. Just have her go over to AEW. Have her do whatever she does best. I think she could be one of those former WWE women superstars to go over to AEW. I don't know, but maybe she can. Maybe she can do that. I don't know. Still don't really know where Ember Moon has gone to. I mean, apparently I did not even know that Mercedes Martinez had gone over to AEW. And is now listening, I think, under Trish Stratlander or whatever. Vince, I don't think there's any amount of money that you can pay to buy Matt's channel. I don't think Matt can be bought. I mean, the $1 Million Man said it best. Everybody's got a price, but I don't think Matt does. See, this past Monday night's Raw, I said it this past Wednesday, and I'll say it again. This past Monday night's Raw felt more like a Raw after WrestleMania than the one we actually got. Like there were at least 2 returns. Both of them, the crowd was. Oh, one of them the crowd was super pumped for. The other one, which was Ali, the crowd was, it's okay. Not that they care about him and all because he was requesting his release at one point. Okay, I gotta get this stupid quick driver updater thing off. Like screaming, I can't do it. Come on. God. Whoosh. I mean, there was actually a lot of great moments from that Raw that it felt more like a Raw after WrestleMania than the one we actually got. We had just one debut, Veer, and what's he done since then? Done the exact same thing that Gunther has been doing on Raw, on SmackDown, and the same thing that Raquel Gonzalez or Raquel Rodriguez did last night. Just roll through local competition or whatnot. Please don't, Vince, please. Come on, only one person watching. Come on. Let's get that up a little bit, okay? Wait a minute. Wait. I think forgot I was gonna copy video link. Link copied. So I am going to go to Facebook. I am fired up. I'm fired up tonight. I mean today. Okay. Okay, come on, hurry up. I don't have all day, people. I have all day, internet. You're gonna be slow as molasses. If you're gonna be slow as molasses, then I'm just gonna end the stream soon. Come on, hurry up. God, I hate this computer and I hate this internet. It is so slow sometimes. It will not work for me in the way that I need it to. And that is, it just doesn't, it's just not fast enough, or it just doesn't do things fast enough for me. Wait, what's it doing? Just bear with me, people. I am trying to get this video link. I'm trying to send a link to this video to some of my friends from Facebook, and I can't. And it's just not working fast enough for me. Oh, God. Nothing. It's being a little slow. Being a little slow.
Computer itself?
No, I'm just.
What? The computer itself slow or what?
No, the internet is just a little slow.
Oh, okay.
Come on. Don't make me respect. God. Of course I can tell my connection's unstable. Of course I can tell my connection's unstable. Why would the computer at times be freezing? Why would the screen at times? Hey guys. Just bear with me, people. I'm trying to hold it together today. I think I'm gonna leave again because she's leaving. Okay, I might be able to salvage this. Hey, Ped. Hey, Ped. Yeah. Oh, good. My favorite spot just opened up. Excuse me, people. I want to one little quick detour, another quick detour. Okay, I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Boy. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I am pretty fired up today. Mainly because of a few things. On one hand, I'm so happy Asuka's back. I'm so happy she's back. Just yeah. Oh yeah, Bed, you're a friend. I can totally give you a mod position. Well, now you're a mod, Bed. Oh, Dole 674. Thank you. I have had this ship for what seems like forever. And it still fits apparently. And it still fits apparently, even though it's a size 20, probably kids size 20. And it fits like a large, like a men's large. Yeah, I am very glad that Asuka's back, and I think having her feud with Becky is definitely the best way to keep Becky on TV and to keep her in a good and interesting feud without it being for the title, because I mean, I could really tell that she sounded a bit desperate there in that promo before. A bit desperate in that promo. On Monday night before Asuka came back, she was really trying to prove to herself that she could get that title back from Bianca just as fast as she won it the first time. But I'm glad for that. Also, God no, Ped. Oh, that would be hilarious. Although that would be hilarious. Well, to tell you the truth, I wouldn't say I'm fired up for Mustafa Ali, but I'm just interested to see how this goes with him. Like what happens? Uh, well, I just sent you guys the link to the video on Facebook. I don't know if I've seen Messenger, but I did see the chat for a brief minute while I was putting the link in the Facebook chat for our group. But I don't know what to think of Mustafa Ali. I don't know what WWE's plans are for him. I mean, he did kind of just release. I mean, he did kind of ask for his release earlier this year, and then they decided to not give him up. And they decided not to release him. And for some reason, WrestleMania did a video recently on the people, on potential people to be released this year, and Ali's name was on it, which definitely surprised me because this WWE seemed so intent on not granting Mustafa Ali's release. I don't think WWE would ever release Mustafa Ali. Obviously, they don't seem interested in giving him a substantial push or a substantial story, but they obviously don't want him jumping to AEW. So it's like a double-edged sword. Oh, he is Vince? Oh, I might check that out later when I'm done streaming here. All right, 5 people. 5 people. Woo! Hey, Austin. Still blocked, Aaron? You're still blocked? I mean, how long has it been since you were blocked? I mean, I still can't. I don't even think I remember who initially blocked you on his gaming channel. You should You should message Matt on Instagram and tell him you're still blocked. You're still blocked on his gaming channel, and you should look into it. Oh dang! Oops! I'm gonna just wait for a minute. Wait for a minute. I gotta my computer is draining, so I got 60% left, so I'm gonna have to plug my computer back in again. Just wait, and I'll be right back. Okay, good. Oh, come on. Where's the 5 people I had earlier? Yeah, I'm also kind of fired up for the releases. The WWE releases. I mean, yes, Malcolm Bivens, I understand, considering what they said. The circumstances surrounding the release they said were he didn't want to re-sign with the company, so it makes sense to release him back. I understand. Dakota Kai, that will probably make sense for me. And Dexter Loomis, I don't know why, but then again, it also makes kind of sense considering I mean, everybody wants to talk about how the black and gold brand is officially gone. It's officially gone now, that there's no superstars left from the original black and gold brand, and that's just not true. Because you've still got several NXT 2.0 superstars who were still a part of the old NXT brand, NXT Black and Gold, when NXT 2.0 started. Like Legado del Fantasma. They were a stable in the original NXT Black and Gold brand. They may not have been around for that long. I'm not sure how long they've been around as a stable, but they were there. NXT Black and Gold, and I'm thinking it's only a matter of time before they get the axe. Before all 4 of them get the axe. Elektra Lopez, Joaquin, Wild, or whoever the other guy is, and then Santos.
Well, team the Hooks
Yeah,
since two Globes.
I know. Yeah, I know. No, Vince. No. Sorry. I mean, even the current North American champion, Cameron Grimes, he is still is a current NXT 2.0 star that was there during the Black and Gold brand. Oh, no, again. He was there when LA Knight was $1 million man, $1 million champion, and he was LA Knight's butler. I remember that storyline. It was pretty hilarious. Cameron Grimes was so stupid in his job. Hey, Austin. Yeah, so anybody that says that there aren't any superstars left from the if anybody says that there aren't any superstars left on NXT from the original Black and Gold brand, that's not true. There are still some superstars there. Dexter Lumis was one of them, and he was released. So maybe that's the reasons, because they recognize they remembered he was NXT Black and Gold, and so they decided they had to get rid of him because he's not new, because he's not young, new and young. I mean, a couple of times the screen has frozen up on me, so that may be the reason. Or maybe it's the fact that I'm just not talking loud enough for you guys. Well, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. This is do. So this is, if anything, I guess this is pretty much what you're gonna get. I don't know how to fix it. I'm not going to learn how to fix it. Hey, thanks. One other person already said that. It's yes, South Pole. Whoever knows this clothing brand, it's pretty cool. Happens. Yeah, there's one other release. There's just one, the most shocking release out of all of the releases that happened yesterday. Parker Bordeaux. Parker Bordeaux. Now that name makes 0 sense. And I want to know why Vince did it, because for the longest time, all I kept hearing was the next Brock Lesnar, the next Brock Lesnar. It felt like WWE was shoving it down our throats. But then after I actually saw a picture of Parker Bordeaux, I thought, oh my god, it makes sense, because look at him. He actually looks like a young Brock Lesnar. Like, he looks almost like they could be distant cousins or something. It made sense. WWE was dubbing him the next Brock Lesnar. But then they had him shave his head, change his name to Harland, and he becomes Joey Gacy's bodyguard, and he only had one match on WWE NXT television. And it was an underwhelming. Oh, come on, Vince. If anything, you could have just had Harland or Parker beat Braun Breaker for the NXT Championship. That could have made some sense. Or maybe have Joey Gacy win the title and have Parker help him win the title. Like, that could have been a thing. Like, I don't know. I don't know what WWE's problem is with releasing certain superstars, because there are certain superstars that... Oh, you can hear it good now? Okay. I'm just... yeah, Parker Bordeaux, that one made 0 sense to me, because for the longest time, all I kept hearing was the next Brock Lesnar, the next Brock Lesnar. And again, I'll say it again, after I saw the picture, my first time ever seeing a picture of him with like hair, when he actually had hair. I am older than Braun. I think I'm the same age as Braun. I'm 24 years old. Actually, I don't know how old Braun Breaker is, but I'm sure he's about the same age as me. But yeah, if you're gonna advertise a certain superstar as like the next Brock Lesnar, which I am almost certain is very hard to do, because there are very, very few superstars that can do what Brock Lesnar does and can do what Brock Lesnar did. But this guy actually kind of looked like Brock Lesnar. And who knows what could have happened had NXT actually used him in the way that he wanted. But the only problem is that when he officially debuted, NXT was slowly but surely transitioning from black and gold to NXT 2.0. And I mean, who knows? If he had debuted under the NXT black and gold era, maybe things would have been different. I mean, come on, it's Vince McMahon. He does what he wants, and we're just supposed to accept it and like it, even though we don't like it. We voice our opinions very strongly on Twitter, and yet nobody listens to us. Because when has Vince ever listened to the fans? I mean, sometimes he does. But most of the time, zip. It's never. Golden no PBR. What? Vince Ronnie is probably thinking Barney on his birthday yesterday. Oh, I just had an idea. Badass Vince, you know for a while now I've been saying on Matt's stream that that when we do form teams again, I am creating a heel faction. I just got an idea. Do you want to be a part of it? You don't have to answer right away, but I'm just gonna ask you right now. For some reason, the light bulb just flickered on in my head, and I just got an idea, and so now I've said the idea. So, and I guess the only other thing I'm really fired up about is WWE apparently thinking that we don't care about certain superstars. I can't help you. I can't help you buy Matt's channel. I'm sorry. Vince. I mean, I still want you to be a part of my faction, but I can't help you buy Matt's channel. I don't have the resources to help you, to be able to help you. Wish I could, but I can't. The only other thing I'm really fired up for is the fact that WWE just can't seem to... like they expect us to forget about certain storylines. Thank you, Vince. You are now officially a part of... Great. I have no idea what I'm gonna call my new faction, but I don't know. I'll think of some heelish kind of name. But I guess the only other thing I'm really fired up about is how WWE expects us to just forget about certain storylines, or forget that certain storylines even started in the first place. Because for the most part, Vince, I will think of a name. I will think of it. Because, okay, hear me out. The SmackDown following WrestleMania, you have Shinsuke Nakamura come out to confront the Bloodline, more than likely because of what happened with his friend Rick Boogs and the fact that he got injured. I understand, he wants to stick up for his friend that got injured at WrestleMania. And then the Bloodline attack him, which basically makes us, which has us believe that they're gonna that this is Roman's next opponent for WrestleMania Backlash, which kind of makes sense considering you wouldn't be right to put Drew McIntyre immediately into a feud with Roman Reigns. He's having a feud with, obviously he's been feuding with Sami Zayn for the last couple of weeks. But then the next 2 weeks, we don't see Shinsuke Nakamura on SmackDown. We don't hear any mention of the Nakamura attack. Of the attack on Nakamura. And so what it seems like is that WWE, either one or two things happened. One, WWE just completely forgot about that story, about that potential storyline going into WrestleMania Backlash. And now they're scrambling to find a new storyline for Reigns at WrestleMania Backlash. Or number two, they those were their intended plans. And yet they eventually decided, nope, it's not going to work. That's not what we want. But ultimately, it's up to Vince. Ultimately, it's up to Vince. So basically, I can blame Vince here because most of the time, that's the reason why most storylines get cut short, or just get canceled altogether. It's because Vince either didn't like the storyline, didn't like the way didn't like the way it was heading, or whatever is reasonable. Yeah, that was really a weird story. Who in their right mind would try to antagonize Mike Tyson? I mean, the guy actually bit off someone's ear once during a match. If you don't believe me, look it up. It's true. He bit someone's ear off. He is that unstable of a man. No wonder he's called the baddest man on the planet or whatever. I mean, I know Brock Lesnar was once called that, but I know we all know that Tyson is the original baddest man alive on the planet. Oh. Yeah. So apparently either WWE just said that they were thinking about Nakamura versus Reigns at the Backlash, and they decided at the last second that they didn't like that storyline, didn't like the way it was going, and they just decided to just scrap it before he even got the chance to go and get off the ground. And then, yeah, probably Dro. Yeah. We're just gonna say it was Dro, and we're not gonna say anything else. It was Dro. It was Dro. It was Dro. Yeah, because I mean, and with Roman Reigns, and last night. Okay, this is what really drives me crazy. Is WWE's apparent lack of attention span. Because, like, how in the hell are you gonna have Roman Reigns saying on one episode of SmackDown, bring me those tag team titles, bring me the Raw tag team titles, bring me the Raw tag team titles, and then on the day the Usos and the RK Bro are supposed to have a contract signing for the unification match at WrestleMania Backlash, Roman Reigns rips up the contract. And now, instead of a unification match for the Raw and SmackDown tag team titles, we get some stupid 6-man tag team match that we could easily have gotten on SmackDown. I mean, does WWE literally think we're stupid and we won't know these things and we won't figure out these things and that we won't miss the obvious signs? Oh, thanks, Vince. Yes, my question is so hard. My question is hard, but I think RSTV and CBP TV can get it eventually. It's gonna be the biggest thing on that stream. This big matchup and this big question. Okay, I'm just gonna. Hmm. Okay. No. I'm not gonna ask it. I'm not gonna. It's a secret. It's a secret. It's a secret. I don't want any of this getting back to. I don't want CBP TV or RSTV watching this stream and then getting the question and then. But I will tell you this much. It's a question involving the United States Championship and a little bit of history involving it. So, just so you know, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I mean, what gets me is that WWE clearly thinks that we're not going to know that Roman Reigns said to the Usos, bring me the Raw Tag Team titles. And then all of a sudden, we're just supposed to forget that ever happened, like it wasn't supposed to happen, like they didn't, like it wasn't supposed to happen, but it happened anyways because it's Roman Reigns, and what Roman Reigns wants, Roman Reigns gets, obviously. Like last night, Roman Reigns was the one. Like Roman Reigns was the one that said to the Usos, "Bring me the Raw Tag Team titles," but then he rips up the contract for the unification match. It just doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense. It shouldn't, because clearly WWE wants us to think that unification match was never supposed to happen at all. Like it was never going to happen. They were just trolling us, much like they did. I can't. Like I literally just can't. Come on, people. Only one person watching. Let's get that back up to 5, or maybe even 6. I know one time I had 10 people on here watching. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know. Maybe it's my voice. I don't. I mean, who knows? Oh, yeah, Vince. Yes, Vince, I would. I would definitely do at least a live stream. Maybe just a short, like, 10-minute stream. But I would definitely do a live stream for that. Like, maybe I'll title the stream, "Eat it, suckers! Roman finally lost." Eat it, Roman fans. Roman finally lost. Ah! I mean, the day Roman finally loses his title, I'll be jumping up and down for joy, because it's been a long time coming. There have been quite a few superstars during Roman's feud that I think should have won the title, like Edge or even the Demon Finn Balor, because Finn Balor is one of the few superstars. I mean, I don't know if any of you know this. If any of you guys know this, let's see. I'm just thinking of who all Roman has feuded with so far for the Universal title. First, it was Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt. Then Jey Uso. Then Kevin Owens. Then Daniel Bryan. Let's see, Cesaro, Edge, John Cena. Demon Finn Balor. Demon Finn Balor. Well, yeah, I expect that to happen, perhaps, for SummerSlam. That just seems like a match that WWE would book for SummerSlam. It's a big match, obviously, because Cody's back in WWE. Let's see, Demon, okay. I'm trying to think of who was next. Oh, Brock Lesnar. And then after that, it was Seth Rollins. I mean, he did feud with Big E for a while, but it wasn't actually like for the title. It was for that title, which title match at Survivor Series. That I still think Big E should have won because it would have cemented his status as a credible WWE champion. And yet his reign is barely remembered now, I'm guessing, by WWE fans because of how poorly it was booked. Let's see, after that it was Goldberg, so that's 12 superstars that have feuded with Brock. Or at the very least have been involved in a match with Brock for the Universal Championship. And let's see, Bray, Braun, Edge, John Cena, Daniel Bryan, Cesaro, I mean, at least half of the superstars Roman Reigns has faced for the Universal Championship during his first year and a half as champion are either part-timers or have left the company. I mean, Braun Strowman's doing whatever he's doing. He's, I think, bouncing around different wrestling promotions. Bray Wyatt's doing his horror move thing. I don't know what that's going to be like. I'm sure it's going to be good, considering it's Bray Wyatt. Well, some things I can predict, and they actually do happen. And then, like, Cesaro, he's doing whatever he's doing. Edge is a part-timer, although right now, he's more like a full-time superstar, because he's appearing, like, every single week on Raw. But then again, that's by necessity, because he's in a storyline right now with AJ Styles. And John is a part-timer. He actually wrestles now like a part-timer, because he only wrestles now like once a year. He's more like Goldberg now. He wrestles only like once or twice a year, and then he leaves for months on end back to Hollywood. But that's okay, because I like John Cena, so whenever he comes to WWE, I'm excited for it. But and Daniel Bryan's in AEW now. So, I mean, it's sad to say that 12 out of the 12 guys who have faced Brock Lesnar for the Universal title, half of them are out of the company or just part-timers. Oh, and Goldberg, he's also a part-timer, and he's probably now as of Elimination Chamber 2022, that was probably his last match ever, which, honestly, I'm okay with that. I don't think Goldberg should get another title chance ever. I honestly thought his match at Crown Jewel was the best match he's probably had in a long time, and probably the best way that he was ever going to retire. I mean, the same thing with Stone Cold Steve Austin. His last official match was a loss against The Rock at WrestleMania 19, and he comes back at WrestleMania 38 and wrestles a pretty damn good 13-14 minute no-holds-barred match with Kevin Owens. Now that's how you end a career on a high note. Oh, if you're someone like Stone Cold Steve Austin, who we all know has problems. So problems with his knees. 51 minutes. almost 52 minutes, so I'm gonna probably get off soon. Yeah, it's just after 5, so I might get off soon. Might go to 55 minutes and then I'll stop. You know what? I'll go to an hour. I'll go to an hour. Well, if you're gonna release superstars, Vince, why not just release superstars that aren't really doing anything, or just don't release superstars that we actually like. Then again, that always winds up happening because look at Braun Strowman, Bray Wyatt, and certain other superstars from last year that were released. Some of them were superstars that we actually liked, and we were so shocked. Especially Bray Wyatt. That surprised the hell out of a lot of people. I mean, Braun Strowman, even though we were surprised, it kind of made sense considering that he was one of their highest paid. He was arguably their highest paid superstar at the time, and I easily could have believed that was because of budget cuts. That's if you're paying some, because I can't remember how much they were actually paying him at the time of his release, but he was supposed to be being paid about as much as maybe Roman Reigns or some of those other main event level superstars. Maybe even more. I just hope whoever's next on the chopping list is just personnel and superstars that I've never even heard of. Because it would just make more sense than say releasing a superstar that we actually like. I don't think he does that. Maroney, though, I would definitely agree that he would do that. Oh my gosh. Come on, people. I've got one person watching. Like, at one point, I had 5 people watching. What's the deal, people? What am I doing wrong? I have no idea. I have no idea what to do. I'd love to, but no. I don't want to stoop to Moxley's. I don't want to stoop to Moxley's level. I mean, I am a heel now, so I would, but no, I don't want to do that. I mean, I could do an impression of you, Vince. Like, I don't know. I'm like, you're fired. Okay, how was that? Like, you're fired. It's like when the New Day. It's like when the New Day were doing that segment with King Booker, and after the segment was over, the Booker did the Spinneroonie, and then all 3 members of the New Day attempted the Spinneroonie. Xavier did almost a near perfect Spinneroonie. Kofi did a pretty good Spinneroonie, and Big E, well, he just flat out missed completely. Like, yeah, I bet I could do a pretty mean "you're fired" and have it sound just like Vince. I guess just because his voice is easy to mock. I guess. No offense. Well, it's almost 57 minutes. I am going to be ending this stream soon. Ugh. No thanks, Vince. No thanks. Hmm. I don't really, I don't really have that much else I want to say, but I don't know. I mean, I can't wait for Monday. I can't wait for Monday. Monday, I don't think can get here fast enough. Uh, One thing I can't wait to see is whether or not WWE actually gives us an explanation as to why they decided to not have the title unification match. Because that is the most stupid things. I have no idea who RSTV is, Vince. I don't know. One thing I do not understand is why WWE decided that we weren't going to have this tag title unification match. I mean, with the way WWE didn't seem to be booking, with the way WWE didn't seem to be building towards a match for Roman Reigns at WrestleMania Backlash, I'm actually kind of intrigued to see if this tag title unification match main evented WrestleMania Backlash, which would have been good considering it's the bloodline, and the bloodline usually, I mean, I know Roman Reigns would still want to, even if he's not wrestling at WrestleMania Backlash, I'm sure he'd still want to come on the show and say something. No, don't. Don't do that, Vince. It's not boring, but it's just really predictable nowadays. Because, like, it's unpredictable nowadays. You never know if a storyline is going to get. You never know if a storyline is going to get thrown away or tossed aside simply because Vince suddenly decides that he doesn't like it. Isn't that the way Vince always operates? If he doesn't like something, it's if Vince doesn't like something, it's just instantly considered bad, and we have to get rid of it. We have to get rid of it. I mean, WrestleMania Backlash up until this point was looking pretty good, even though we had at least 3 WrestleMania rematches. But they. I mean, the Ronda Rousey Charlotte Flair I Quit match is something that I can actually be interested in watching. And then Cody versus Seth, I could watch that. I definitely could watch that again. And then Edge versus AJ Styles Part 2, I can definitely watch that. I want to watch that. Woo! Over an hour. My first time, I think, going over an hour. I'll have to check and see if any of my other streams are gone. Yeah, here's the problem. WWE does not seem interested in bringing FTR back. So, yeah, I don't think that's happening anytime soon. Also, FTR have even said themselves that even though they are interested in going back to the company, it's highly unlikely considering how badly they were booked the first time. So, and they have actually been very vocal about their bad booking in WWE after coming to the main roster. Well, everybody, this has been great. And it's been now officially an hour and 1 minute. So, I mean, I don't even remember that. I don't remember that because I didn't become really a fan of WWE, and I didn't even really watch WWE until that very first episode, Friday Night SmackDown on Fox. The first time I ever watched WWE ever. Since then, I've been nothing but hooked. Well, guys, this has been great, but I gotta go. But no, well, I'm gonna go. So, thank you all for watching. I mean, the only person who's in the last 20 minutes or so that has seemed even interested in watching or at the very least commenting is Badass Vince. Thank you for putting up with me. Thank you for putting up with me and all my goofiness. As Danny would probably say, Danny would probably call me a goofy bastard, and I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I think I am one, but just thank you all for watching, and I will see you all hopefully on Wednesday, but I'm not sure. Peace, people.